Hello, my furry friends. My name is FuzzyCup and welcome back to episode 10 of Techopolis 3. So at the end of last episode, I did say I was going to get Elite Technium sorted out between streams, and I did just that on a Hang with Fuzzy. Unfortunately, it seemed to be at a time when a lot of people weren't around, so there was only 2 people there. So yeah, I did it. I did what I said. Anyway, let's have a look and see what I have done. So first things first, we got Elite Technium set up, and it was actually quite easy. The only awkward thing I had to do was get a matter condenser set up, but we have all of this completely backed up to 64 ingots, and that is also 64. Ignore this for now. And we did the same system as we did the previous time. Over here, I have started to use some of the nuggets to make the books. We have made warp stones from the waypoint blueprint. This is why I'm able to use these guys to teleport around. Also unlocked the Elite Research Crafter, which I'm going to move this one around. If I put you here, and you here, and you here, I can upgrade you. They're just a little bit faster than the other one. The research crafters themselves now need energy, so that's the thing. But I should have enough books, I think. Previous researchers, I think I was always a little bit over optimistic with the amount of elite research books I needed. So yes, we have made the warp stones, the elite research crafters, and the elite miners. Although I only have, let me see, I have a few of the elite miners made, and I did make some elite technium machine frames, so we can start upgrading our miners over here, like these guys. Boop you over here. Get you in there. And you in there. That should be much faster. And it produces 4 instead of 1. That's 4 stone or gravel or whatever. When I need more miners, I'll be able to change them over. Also, between episodes, I did get this guy set up. Obviously, we need the Skystone for the Elite Technium, but I also did a little offshoot here of processed Skystone. This guy here, I have processing into black quartz blocks for the Technium, and this guy is making gold, which is taking a very long time to back up. I think we're going to have to do something about the gold. I may even look into getting a gold, what is it called? Dimensional gold thing here. I'm processing it. We also got an arc furnace, which I've been slowly getting graphite for, which is needed in today's quest. But I also managed to get some fluix, which is why we now have the beginnings of an AE system. So today, I hope we can get some of this stuff made. In fact, you know what? Let's go and make it now. Oh, also, if you're wondering, I did figure out that if I use an entangled block to link to the inventory block of the Tom's system, I can just wirelessly get systems up around the island. I don't need to use the cables anymore. Hoping I can do that with the AE system as well. That would be interesting. Okay, so let's go to our work area. Pop this stuff away, and let's get to crafting. I do have one of these 16 ME components because the matter condenser, which is over here now, I think somewhere. Yeah, this guy here. I'm matter condensing water because it's actually really cheap. But I did have a 16K one in here, and during the Hang with Fuzzy, I was told that I only needed a 1K, so now I have an extra 16K. So at least I can make that into a housing. So if I do this, 16K, combine these guys up, I now have a 16K storage cell. Nice. I also need an ME drive, which I just need fluix for, and I think I should be able to do that, no problem. 1 drive. Then I need a crafting terminal, which is where the annoying stuff starts coming in. So I'm going to make an illuminated panel, and then we're going to have to get it into annihilation cores and formation cores. So a formation core is a logic processor with fluix dust and charged Certus quartz, and an annihilation core is the same thing, but with nether quartz. So how do I make charged Certus quartz? Charged Certus quartz is made in, oh, obviously, the charger. Thought I had a charger somewhere. I have a charging station. Okay. Charger made. Oh, if you're wondering what this is, it's a steel production area because this stuff here is gonna take a lot of steel to make the steel casings to make our reactor casings, which also need steel and graphite. Let's boop you here. You can charge up this for me. Or no, a 4. There we go. So 1 annihilation core. I just need some fluix dust. I'm going to make an entire stack of fluix dust because I have a feeling I'm going to be needing a lot of it. Okay, so to make this, I think we have our stuff for the annihilation core. Nice. We have our stuff for the formation core. Nice. Which means we have the stuff to make a terminal, which is easy enough to make a crafting terminal. Nice. So all I need now is a little bit of fluix, and I think it is. Guys, I think this is it. I think this is the moment we're going to get our AE system. Let's pop over to storage. Let's pop you here. You should be online. You are indeed. Then we pop you inside for storage. You can go here. You can go here. Oh. We have an AE system. Now I need to craft quite a lot more disks because the way this storage system works is I'm not really a fan of it, but if you can see there, it says 0 of 1,000 or 0 of 16,000 bytes used and 0 of 63 types. If I had 63 separate items in this disk, no matter how much bytes it uses, I cannot put a 65th item in, but I could put 1,000 or I could put 16,000 worth of one single item in it. So it's done based on information rather than the amount of items. So I'm just going to spend a little bit of time making up some more disks, and then we'll just completely tear down that system behind me and we can have a proper system again. Unfortunately, there is no way to get the wireless stuff as yet because I need fluix pearls, and for that I need ender pearls, and to get ender pearls we need to unlock the loot fabricator from hostile neural networks. But it's coming. I think it's coming. It's probably coming. Yeah, the quest after this one. This little guy is going to be able to unlock us a little bit of wireless. Okay, so after 1 entire hour, which was far longer than I thought this was going to take, I finally have everything clear. I did have to make a second drive and fill up some of the disk storage things, and I made a third drive, just, symmetry. But we have a fully functional AE system. And the only thing I really want to know now is if I... let me just remove this for a second. If I do this, and I make a crafting terminal from this mod, which should be doable very quickly. A boop. So if I do that, come down here, get rid of these guys, reassign this guy, and put this on. Nope. And put this on. Again, no. How do I do this without it turning backwards? Can I do this? No. Maybe a fluix cable over here. Will that work? No. That's not good. That means we're constantly going to have to go back there to craft. Okay, well, I suppose that's just the way it's going to have to be until we get wireless crafting. At least we have our teleportation that we can do to it and back. Pop back down our fluix block just to make it look pretty. And let us continue on with our reactor. So what do I have to do? I have to get that graphite that I've been cooking up. Let me see if I can just teleport down there to work area. Actually, I'm going to put the work area over here. That way I can teleport between the two spots really easily. So this work area, I have set up a arc furnace. And let me just actually grab out some coal and let me show you something. Pop some of this in here and let me undo the muting of this thing. That is what the arc furnace sounds like. Yeah, it sounds like a storm. It confused me quite a lot yesterday because I had no idea. I was looking outside going, but there is no storm. Oh, also, I need to get rid of this guy. Waypoint disabled. There we go. Okay, less distractions. Let's go. Okay, so here we have a ton of graphite. Let's pop up here. Pop you actually in the wall here. Because we actually have, if I can just show you guys here, I have a ME storage bus here set to a high priority. So that means now our drawer system works. So if I take out some graphite from here, let's say I take a stack out and I put it back in here, it goes directly back into the drawer rather than filling up the AE system, which means we basically, it's just a lot easier to keep things tidy. I don't need to get some mud and mud brick and fix up those holes. Boop, 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 and a boop. I need to now make steel scaffolding, which is steel, glass, and lead ingots. I'm gonna pop down and grab some lead. So let's grab a couple of stacks of lead, a couple of stacks of glass. And for now, I don't know how many steel casing I'm going to need, so I'm just gonna make a stack of that. It should be enough for now. I know it's not going to be enough, but for now. Then we need to make reactor casing base. Oh, and that gives us the extreme reactors book as well. Nice. So let's pop those in the system. Bookmark EU. And let's craft up some of these guys. 2 stacks. Hey, we doubled it. So to make a big reactor, I assume we need the controller. We need controller rods, fuel rods, access ports, the forge energy power, which is the power going in or out, and I assume some sort of fuel. Oh, and this wants us to get the dimensional uranium ore. Okay, so that's what we use the 10-time ore processing for. Interesting. Okay, so let's make up some of that stuff then. Let's bookmark that stuff. And, ooh, a simple reactor placer, okay. Place the controller floating on a block in the air above the ground to place the structure correctly. This is not the perfect reactor, it shows the max size. We will not be making a max size reactor for the moment. But what we will be doing is getting the reactor down in its most basic form. Okay, so reactor controller needs uranium and looks like we're pivoting already. Okay, so we need to get uranium, uranium dust, and uranium dust is made in the arc furnace with any sort of crystal, mayhaps? Enrichment chamber. Okay, so it looks like any sort of crystal can be turned into uranium dust, with also an elite technium nugget. Okay. This might be awkward to automate, but we're gonna have to do it. So let's see. Can I make dimensional uranium? I think that was one of the quests, actually, wasn't it? Yeah, dimensional uranium. So I just need to make one of these, and then I should be able to make a dimensional uranium ore and just process that. Okay, so if I wanted to get dimensional coal and process it, I can put it in a chemical dissolution chamber with sulfuric acid. Okay, and that will turn that into dirty coal slurry. Then I can use the dirty coal slurry with purifying water to make clean coal slurry. Then I can use clean coal slurry in a chemical crystallizer to make the coal crystals, which can be turned into uranium dust in an arc furnace. And then to make this into this, I'll need 12 of those. And then using this in this, I need 8 of them to make 1 dimensional uranium ore. Okay, so I need 8 of these, which means I need 12 by 8, which is 80, 96. I need 96 uranium dust. And for that, I will need 96 coal. That really hurt my brain. Okay, let's go. 96 coal. Okay, I can do this. So I need to get this stuff into a chemical dissolution chamber. Boom. Extract, power, biofuel, set, energy, output, on. This guy needs to input chemicals, input, on. Maybe. Do I need to turn you around? Okay, then I need, I think it's a pressurized tube and an entangled block. This needs to be entangled to here, like so, or not. Use chemical dissolution chamber, sulfuric acid. No, okay. Liquid sulfuric acid can be decondensatratified. Extract into U, and you can output upwards. Auto eject on, upwards. Input from the back. Then you can go here, and you can power eject on to this guy, biopower set, and then click. Okay, so you are not emptying, or maybe I need a chemical tank. One of these guys. And then upgrade it to one of these guys. Boom. Output to this. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I entangle you, and you can go here. Which means this guy should get something. Can I extract out of this at all? I have no idea why this isn't working. Can I just move this tank over? Would that be easier for now? Just, you know, do this. Output to the bottom. Okay, there we go. Something's working. Okay. Step 1. God, that took a long time. Step 2. Chemical washer. You need power output. Okay, there we go. That's the dirty coal processing to something. I think I also need purified water in here, so I'm going to hijack my purified water system. Here. Purified water, mechanical pipe, input. Okay, you are working. We have clean coal slurry. Okay, we're getting somewhere, finally. Okay, and then lastly, chemical crystallizer. Chemical crystallizer, output. You need to back input. You can now turn that into coal chunks, maybe? Oh, sweet baby Jesus. That almost killed me. Why is this so complicated? Am I really that stupid? Am I an idiot? I'm an idiot, aren't I? It is, I'm an idiot. But I did it. I got it working. Just need these to turn into 96 coal crystal clump things. And then I can turn this off and make it a little bit better. Okay. After a little bit of tinkering, I did manage to get the sulfuric acid working with an entangloporter, so I now have a channel called sulfuric acid, which is thankfully putting it in here. Although I think I should probably stop quite soon because I don't want to waste too much of it. Yeah, that's all. I'm gonna stop this guy because yeah, we've quite a lot of sulfuric acid in there, and I don't think we're gonna need too much more. But let's get this guy sped up and energied up. You, energy and speed, and you, energy and speed. Okay, so we're very close to getting our 96, 94? I'll get 96 because I can't actually remember the amount that I needed, but we're very close to getting it. And this guy then goes into the arc furnace to get uranium dust, and then the uranium dust goes through one of these guys. I do have one over here. I'm not proud of this because If you go into free cam, it's kind of sticking out of the island, and I haven't made it pretty yet. I will, but I haven't made it pretty yet. But this is my you know, just everyday use one, which I should probably get a speed block for. One elite machine frame. A boop. Okay, that's one stack. And I shall get you processing in here. With... Oh, that's right, it needs some technium, wasn't it? This guy needs elite technium nuggets. Okay. Should have some of those in the system. That's not going to be enough. Okay. That's probably enough. Oh, we also should think about getting our graphite electrodes upgraded to the, where has it gone? This guy, the unbreakable electrodes. Yeah, we should probably do that. We have enough elite research, and hop graphite's quite easy to make. In fact, I think I have enough hop graphite to actually do it now. Hop graphite, 18. I do have enough to do it now. Okay, so if I take you out, pop you in here, and then I think, boop. Okay, that's that working. And then using this, I can turn 3 of the... Yeah, I need 3 of those, so that means I need 12. Oh, I have just enough to make 3 unbreakable. I didn't even plan that one. At least something can go right. That's that guy done? Maybe? Yes. That guy done? Pop you in, make 3 of those. Do I need power for you? No, I need molten obsidian. Good thing I can get quite easy a lot of molten obsidian from this stuff over here. Let's grab some of this. You know what? I actually think it might have been easier just to fly through the floor rather than have to use these things all the time, these waypoints all the time, but I've committed and I will do it. Okay, so you can go in there and get me obsidian. So you can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh no, it's a graphite electrode. Okay. In over here. Okay. 3 electrodes. Then you can become... Yes! Okay. Working. It's working. You know, while we're on a roll, we may as well get the Speed 2 Curio. Which is the Curio with the Speed Curio blueprint, which is 24 books and 24 sugar. And I am 100% sure we have sugar in our system. 24 sugar, 1 Curio, books. There's our 3 graphite electrodes. Replace you guys with those guys. Nice. This should have produced more of our coal crystals. Everything's coming up Millhouse. Or coming up fuzzy in this case. Okay, so that's 64. We should have enough after this then. Don't need you or you anymore. In fact, you can now take pride of place in the wall. That's our speed curios. And we pop you in here and here. Wait 7 million hours again. Oh wow, this one's really slow. I can't even see the progress. Is that actual thunder and lightning? Or is that the arc furnace again? Hello? Hello? And there's our speed charm. I'll replace you with you. Ooh, that's good. We're just a little bit faster now. Nice. Okay, so our coal should be ready, or our uranium should be ready. Yeah, 2 stacks, that's good. And then this guy just needed to be, if I remember correctly, combined with the ore, this guy, 8 times. And I believe our combiner is downstairs. Over here in our totally normal wall of machines. You can go in there. You can go in there. Nice! That's 8 of those. And then these 8 go in here. And this guy goes in here. Like Nice. And this guy should now start producing uranium. Now we have to do this setup all over again, but just, you know, a little bit nicer. And that should get us a 10x uranium. So one-dimensional ore will be 40 uranium dust. Nice. And that gets put into our reactor and makes us a ton of power. Now, I'm not sure why I need a ton of power at the moment. My current system up there is actually running quite okay, but I'm sure the quest has a reason for wanting us to get extreme power. Probably has something to do with the fact that we need all of these ingots and stuff as well. So platinum seems to be the ultimate goal of this, because platinum is used in ultimate technium. So yeah, it's one of the ingredients. So platinum and ionite, which I think was another one of them. So yeah, looks like we're going to be nuclear scientists. Maybe I should put like a nuclear scientist skin on.
24 hours later.
Ah, another day, another update, another dark mode reset. Yep, so it's 24 hours later. I've done a ton of work between like the last clip and now, and there has been an update. One of the things that updated, I keep on forgetting about the waypoints. One of the things that updated was, there was a lot of particles, was this thing finally is working now. So there is a, where is it? An Easter egg, which I started between this episode and the last. I just never showed it. Basically, it's a secret quest line that's just here for Easter. So it is a mixer with sugar and cocoa beans in it. So I have, these guys are making me cocoa beans. And these guys are making me sugarcane. The sugarcane is getting turned into sugar via this thing. And it's going in here with some milk. And the milker that we made like 5 episodes ago that I had no idea what we're going to use it for. It turns out Ben actually did have a use for it. It was just a secret use. So we made some chocolate. Then I made this guy, which is the Easter egg mold. And maybe later on in the episode, I'll use that Easter egg mold to make an Easter egg shell, which then gets made into a simple Easter egg and progresses all the way up to Elite, and then Ultimate, Hellish, Lunar, and the End Easter egg. Of course, we'll only be able to do the Elite Easter egg, but we can still get that far. Okay, so the main thing that I did between episodes was I set up this guy. Now this took almost 4.5 hours to fill up. And then I went onto the BenBenLaw Discord channel, and I was telling them that I was having issues with making hydrogen chloride, this guy here. And it turns out these things are useful. The chemical upgrades, apparently, they are useful now. They allow the machines to process using chemicals like oxygen and hydrogen and stuff a lot more efficiently. Like, a lot more efficiently. So I did over here set up an electrolytic separator. This guy separates brine into no wait, no, not that guy. This guy, sorry. This guy separates brine into sodium and chlorine. Sodium I am just storing over here because I don't know what to do with it. This is my chlorine. The chlorine is going into here with some hydrogen from our little hydrogen section over there, all being transported around using these quantum entanglement porters. The hydrogen chloride is getting put into here, which is then going over here and into this machine, as well as oxygen and purifying water. So we have dimensional uranium ore going in here. It gets turned into the dirty uranium ore, then gets cleaned into clean uranium ore. The clean gets turned into crystals. Crystals get turned into shards. Shards get turned into clumps. Clumps get turned into dirty uranium dust. Dirty uranium dust gets turned into uranium dust, and uranium dust gets smelted into uranium ingots. So, yeah, there we go. We finally have some uranium done. So now what we have to do is make up our reactor controller basic, some reactor controller rods, some fuel rods, a few reactor access ports, and one active energy power tap. Thankfully, I do have some of this left in here from our little setup earlier. I just let it run its course and I used all the coal to process into uranium. So let's pop this into our system. Let's make up... Oh, no, actually, no, we need 2 bits of uranium. Let's get a stack out. Why not? So let's pop you in there. we need to make reactor controller, a control rod basic, I think I need 4 of these. If I'm going to be building a 5 high, then we need 1 of these for the power. And what was the other thing? Solid access. One of these guys. So I need 1 of these for putting stuff in and another one for taking stuff out, I assume. And then we just need a ton of reactor casing. Okay, so now the question is, where am I going to build the reactor? Should I maybe build it over here? I was thinking of putting the techniums all here. Maybe we build it here. Yeah, I'm going to build it here. Of course it would start raining. Okay, quick sleep first, then nuclear reactors. Okay. So, from what I remember about this mod, I think it needs a base of at least 5.5. So let's put you down first, like this. And then the corners have to be solid, like so. And then the top, I think, can be mixtures. So what I haven't made now is reactor glass. So I can make some of this stuff. And I will make some of that stuff, like so. And this can go in the front, right next to a controller, like so. This has no real use other than looking good. And then we have a power tap here, solid access port here for in, and here for out. And the way this works is you have a fuel rod like this, capped with this guy, the control rod basic. And for want of a better word, if I filled in all of these walls, this would be a valid structure. Actually, I'm going to just make a few more reactor casings and I can actually show you that it's a valid structure. So this should form a multi-block now. Or not. Why you know form multi-block? Is it maybe like this? It's been a while since I played with this mod. I wonder what is wrong with this guy. I'm gonna go and maybe do a little bit of reading. I'll get back to you guys when I figure this out. Okay, so after a little bit of experimenting, I did find out that I was thinking of a different reactor mod, and this reactor mod does not have a cap on top. These are the top. So if I do, if I do this, this, and this, it should turn into a multi-block. Nice. But this is not a very good multi-block. So what I'm going to do is I am going to put a few more of these guys in. And I'm going to put them in a checkerboard pattern. I'm going to cap them off with 5 control rods. And now I'm going to go and I'm going to get some very specific blocks. So for example, I can use iron blocks, and you see in yellow writing there, it says extreme reactors, this block or fluid can be used as a radiation moderator inside a reactor. That means basically it is a more efficient way to use the reactor. I'm not actually sure at the moment. I think I might want to have an inefficient one just to get some of the ingots. I want to use up as much fuel as possible and process them into the ingots, but I'm going to build it the way I want it for now for power. So let's grab some iron blocks. I don't know how much we need. Probably... is that enough? That might be enough. So if I place these in between these rods, pop a little bit of glass on top of those, or I can use the reactor casing, whichever works. Now this guy, as soon as I get some uranium into it, it should turn on. So what I'm going to do is once again sleep that stupid rain away. Let's grab an entangler and a entangled block. So for our entangled block, we want this to take the uranium and we want that to go into here. So we want inlet mode set on this guy, like so, into here. And you'll see that's very, very quickly fill this guy up. So we are full of fuel. Now we can turn this on. This will now produce us. Ooh. Yeah, keep climbing, keep climbing, keep climbing. That's a nice amount. This is actually quite an efficient one. Interesting. But now what we can do with this is on the back, I think we can directly do it. So let's biopower set and energy input auto eject on. This now should be powering our system. And this should be completely filled with energy. It looks like we're never going to have to worry about energy again. But over here, we want eject waste over here. And we want to get this and a drawer. We need a 1x1 drawer. We want to export waste. I think this should outlet eject waste. This is where I would like a more inefficient one. Our reactor is quite efficient with all the coolants and stuff. It's not actually producing a lot of waste. Maybe if I disconnect this guy, like that, so this isn't powering anything anymore, maybe then it will start to produce something. I don't see any waste yet. Maybe if I do this here and extract. Okay, maybe now with all of these machines going to kick on, then we'll get some of this powering. Okay, yes, it's using all of this, which means this should be outputting. Why aren't you ejecting waste? Am I missing something? A waste product of the reactor can be obtained easier later with the nuclear reactor. I can just reprocess this to get cyanide, and then reprocess cyanide to get the plutonium, and then reprocess this to get lutecrite, reprocess that to get radiculite, reprocess that to get the ionite that we need, reprocess this to get platinum. Okay, so what did I need to build this for? I mean, are we even using uranium at the moment? Like 1 uranium? Surely if we use uranium, we should be getting some waste product. Surely. Okay, there we go. Is it really just that slow? Seriously? Lock and quantify. Best? Best. Okay, so maybe we just need to build a really big reactor? Apparently now it's too big. I'm starting to think the way to do it is literally to use the reprocessor and just reprocess my way up and get some dimensional ores going. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Okay, so it's been about 35 minutes and we have 4 cyanides, which means we definitely have to make a reprocessor rather than waiting on this. Fortunately, the reprocessor itself needs cyanide, and we have enough now to make the reprocessor itself. I can also buy this guy, and it will tell me exactly what I need to make the reprocessor. So let's pop over to our little windmill. Let's get some... Oh, I don't have any thing over here. I really want to get wireless. Books. Let's buy the reprocessor placer. 9 machine vents, 44 reinforced machine casings, 30 basic casings, 12 reactor glass, and 16, what was it? 16 circuitry. I think I have all of that in the system. Oh, and also, where is it gone? Somewhere here? Not enough magenta wool, 30 needed. I put wool in there to unlock the elevators. Why do you need magenta wool? I wonder, does it have to go through all of the wool? Not enough magenta wool. 32 needed, but 0 found. I'm very confused. Okay, what if I just start a new recipe here? A few more books. 32 wool, 16 books. Oh, I need... Why did I think 24? It's... I think Bunta left a comment the other day that I was counting dyslexic, if there's a word for that. Okay, 32. I don't get it. I honestly don't get it. I'm just going to get 32 white wool and do this recipe again and see maybe if it was just some like glitch or something. Because it's running okay now. Does it maybe stop when it needs different wool? Yeah, that's a glitch. Very strange glitch, but at least it was only wool. Okay, so there's our elevator blueprint. And to make an elevator, I need a teleportation core. So I'll pop you in here. I need maybe 8 of these. So there we go. Let those process. And then I'm going to make a couple of elevators because I'm getting annoyed at these guys already. I think elevators would be easier to get up and down. Let's make the reprocessor with 2 of these. Reprocessor. Boop. Okay. Now let's where am I going to build you? I suppose I can build you here. If you're a 5x5, which I assume you are, so that will be 5 in the middle. 1, 2, 3 here. I do this. There we go. 1 processor. Ooh, that's a tall multi-block. Okay, so this guy I assume needs power, energy, output, eject. You are getting power, nice. Which means if I take you guys and throw them in there with the use power and water, maybe? And water, yeah, I need some water. So give you some water. Extract, and you should now process this. And if I put an elite frame in with you, you should process even quicker. Nice. Okay, so cyanide processes into plutonium, which goes to all of these guys down to platinum. So what dimensional ores can I make with these guys? Okay, so I can make a dimensional platinum ore. I'll bookmark that guy. I can only make the platinum one. So it looks like I'm going to need quite a lot of these processors. Luckily, I can reprocess uranium directly into cyanide, so it's not too bad. So yeah, it looks like I'm going to be doing some calculations, which is not a great thing for me. Yeah, we need to get platinum, iodide, and cyanide as far as I can see. This guy doesn't seem to take anything. You take lead and the pearls and platinum. So okay, so we need to really pump platinum out because we need it for enderium ingots and for the rods, I think it is. Okay, so I need to get 96 platinum ingots, which means I need to do this 96 times multiplied by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's like 500 times. So I'll be back tomorrow. For you, it'll be a few minutes, but for me, it'll be an entire night of processing crap.
The next day.
Okay, it is the next day. I have taken a half a stack of platinum out of this guy. Oh, by the way, if you didn't realize things look a little bit different, I have stacked 5 of the reprocessors, and then in the center I have a reinforced machine casing, which is processing this guy into platinum. Oh, we're almost finished. We're almost at the 96 platinum we need for our dimensional ore. So I'm going to use these 8 white elevators that I've made. I'm going to put you here, and if it's the same mod that I think it is, if I do this, it should, nice. It should camouflage it, and then I want to place it facing this way, so that when I use this elevator, it will face me this way. And there we go. Nice. Okay, so at least that makes it a little bit easier to get up and down. Nice. Okay, so let's pop over, get our stack of platinum. I think I'm actually going to turn this guy off and let this build up in here for what's it called? Ionite? Yeah, I'll let that build up there. Then we need to get this platinum turned into, where are you? Platinum dust. And the platinum dust needs to be turned into dimensional platinum. Oh, I just realized something. I only need 4 platinum ore. That means 12 by 4 is 48. I only need 48 platinum dust. Okay. 48 of these. Crush down. Then we get 4 of these guys. Over to our combiner, which is still in the same place. This guy. Pop you in there. You in there. Nice. 4 platinum ore. And this guy over here. Boom. 1-dimensional platinum ore. Nice. That was a lot easier than I thought. Of course, I did do most of it in my sleep because I left the game running overnight. But I have already, this morning, prepared this line here exactly the same way as I prepared it for the uranium. So let me pop up here, put you in there, place this guy back where it should be. Now this should produce, or not. But now, okay, now it's working. That was very strange. Let's put you here, and extract, lock, and quantify, link. Hey, now we have platinum. Nice. The final thing we have to do, just grab one of these guys, throw it. Let's quickly build a press. So as we can pop you here somewhere. Just get a little bit of power over. A bit of clicky. That guy in there. Like so. And with this, we should finally have the sound of success. That feels good. Whew. Also need to get cyanide. We need to get cyanide into a press as well. And next episode will be all about the simulation chambers. We're finally going to get our little Enderman friend and get wireless AE crafting and wireless. I don't have to keep on going up to that thing anymore. Yay! Okay, if you did like today's episode, I know it was a little bit all over the place, but this pack is all over the place. So if you did like today's episode, please give me a like, subscribe, leave a little comment, because I do like reading your guys' comments. And until the next time, I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.